Alrighty, hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy, and today we have the end of the month reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Welcome guys, I hope you guys are doing really good today. So this is going to be aimed specifically for January 20th through the 31st. If you are watching this outside of that time frame, I do still think that there could be a message here for you, so feel free to watch regardless of what time you're watching this. Remember that these are going to be general readings, so if it resonates, great, take it. If it does not resonate, leave it. Watch a different reader, watch your other placements as well. I highly recommend that you watch all of your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, if you want to get a better, more like rounded, I guess, a well-rounded perspective on this specific time, okay? So, let's get into it. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for January 20th through the 31st, what is going on? What can Libra expect during this time from January 20th through the 31st? For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, what can Libra expect? All right, two more, sorry. Ah, the Magician came out. Okay, well, we'll take that. We'll take that. So the Magician in reverse came out as your overall energy. We'll talk about the cards in just 1 second. I want to get them all out, so give me some more information about the Magician in reverse. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so clarifying that as well. What is this situation about? What is this situation about? What is this situation about? One more card, please. What is this situation about? Knight of Wands. So you guys might be dealing with a fire sign individual. Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see. And then an outcome or coming out of this. What can we expect coming out of this? Where is this going to take us? Where is this situation leading to? It is leading towards the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. All right, so this is an interesting spread. Let's get into it. Let me get some water first. My mouth is dry. I'm almost done my readings for the day. It's been a long day. Alrighty, so first card out is the crowning energy. So this is both internal and external of you, Libra, is the Magician in reverse. So January 20th through the 31st, the final 2 weeks of January, I feel like there could be a lot of focus mentally on the wrong things, okay? So I feel like you guys are maybe trying to manifest either the wrong things completely or the way that you're manifesting is incorrect, okay? So some of you guys need to really pay attention around this time to what you're thinking. Make sure that you're not spending a lot of time in the past, okay? Because primarily this is what this is talking about, is the Five of Cups. So this is talking about you guys are spending a lot of time crying over spilled milk. You're spending a lot of time, basically you're spending a lot of time thinking about what's no longer there or thinking about what you no longer have, okay? And why would we spend time thinking about stuff that we don't have, right? Because doesn't that tell the universe that we want more emptiness, we want more lack? Because you're spending time focusing on an area of lack. Does that make sense? There's nothing there anymore. You had those things. You whatever it was that you're upset about, whatever it is that you're focused on right now, because I feel like you guys are really focused on something in the past that you used to have, whether it was a person, whether it was a job, whether it was a house, you know, something physical or metaphysical. You're upset about it. I feel like for a lot of you Libras, it is a person, and it is specifically going to be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or a Sag, and you're upset that you don't have this person in your life anymore. You're really focused on the loss. That's the thing. I feel like you guys are so focused on the loss right now that that's all you're manifesting. You're just manifesting more loss into your life, right? So we have to remember that we are the builders and the creators of our realities. So if we spend a majority of our time, you know, we get what we spend a majority of our time. If we spend it on money, we get more money. If we spend it on friendships, we get more friendships. If we spend it more on alone time, we get more alone time. We manifest and we create our realities based on what we pay attention to. So it's really beneficial for you, Libra, from this end of the month and even just moving forward, for you to be more mindful and aware about how much energy and how much time you're putting into paying attention to certain things. How much time do you spend crying or upset? Maybe, I don't think you guys are actually crying, but how much time do you spend being upset about this loss, about what you lost, about this person, okay? It's not going to bring them back. For those of you that it does not have to do with an individual, I feel like this is talking about your confidence or your like lust and excitement for life. You may have been someone that previously, before, I don't know what happened, before you lost something, I feel like some of you guys feel like you lost a part of yourselves that could have been specifically tied with this. If it is a person for you, it could have been like, maybe you feel like you lost, when this person left, you lost a part of yourself. And if it's outside of that, just disregarding a person, I feel like you guys just feel like in the past couple of months or in the past year, you grew so much that you lost your old self, which is a good thing. But I feel like you guys are almost like grieving the loss of that. You're grieving because maybe you lost good things along with that, or positive qualities with that. Maybe you were a really confident person and now you're not. Maybe you used to be really outgoing and now you're not. Whatever the case is, there was some part of yourself that is no longer there, or it's just not the same because you've changed, because you've grown. And instead of being happy and proud of yourself for the growth that you've done, for the changes that you've made in your life, you're upset about it. So the universe is like, girl, boy, how are you going to be upset about the change and the growth that we've given you, that we've blessed you with? You're in a better place, and that's what you're not realizing. You're unable to see that you're in a much better place now than you were before because you're still so focused on what you lost. You're still so focused on what you no longer have. So of course, if you're focused on what you no longer have, how can you actually see what you gained? You gained so much, Libra, and I feel it. So moving forward, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So this is kind of like an outcome or what's going to come out of this. So what I see coming out of this. I'm actually going to clarify this really quickly before we talk about it. So the High Priestess in reverse, please clarify that for me, Spirit. Moving forward, the outcome. Okay. So moving forward, I feel like you guys are, whatever decisions it was that was in the past, I feel like it was a decision that you based entirely on your intuition. Now listen carefully what I'm about to say. Always trust your intuition, but also in whatever situation this was, and for some of you, it may have been like something like moving in together with someone, or getting married, or joining bank accounts, or starting a business with someone. It may have been something where like there were feelings involved, but it was also a decision that called for you to use your logical brain, and you didn't. You used just your intuition, which I love that you did that, but in this certain case, you need to, aside from listening to our intuition, always listen to your intuition, but also make sure that there is like, you don't always need physical evidence to make decisions, but also make sure that you're doing some research outside of the intuition. You know what I'm saying? If you get a feeling, ask questions. You know, if you think someone's cheating, ask them. If you think that this job might not be good for you, you know, get finalized details. If you think that, you know what I'm saying, like whatever you have a feeling of, if you have a feeling that something's not right, if you have a feeling that something's wrong, then inquire about it and do the research and take the time to investigate and see if your intuition is right. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like moving forward, that's what you're going to start to do or start to implement, is that you are going to still listen to your intuition, which I'm like telling you to do. Always listen to your intuition, but also make sure that's coming from a practical place, that you have the practicality behind it. Just your intuition is almost like it's like a hint or a clue, and you need to follow that hint or a clue and investigate and see if you are right. And most of the times you probably will be, but it's always good to make sure through physical evidence that you are correct, because a lot of times we might receive messages, and depending on where you're at in your journey, you may misinterpret a message that was really meant for you in a different way or in a different light, okay? I also feel like through listening to yourself a little bit more, through trusting your intuition a little bit more, I feel like there's a lot more that is to be gained. I feel like the universe will bless you with more material gain, more finances, more success in career or material things if you start to trust and listen to your intuition a little bit more. And then you'll have so much that you won't be able to focus on the loss, because you'll have gained so much more. Like you'll be gaining so much finances, so many material things, so much stability in your life, that it will be impossible for you to ever spend time focusing on what you've lost, because you're just gonna be so excited about all the things that you're gaining, and that's awesome. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what is the lesson that January brought for you? So we're gonna take a look at what the universe is trying to teach you at this time. So what is the lesson that is being brought to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, specifically around the time of January 20th to 31st? What is it to learn? What is it to learn? What is it to learn here? What are we trying to learn here? We're trying to learn a lesson in for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the lesson to learn here? A lesson in what? Okay, we have 2 cards. I just won one, but we have third eye chakra, which is the number 6, or authority, which is the number 4. The number 4, 6, 46, 64, or 10 could all be very significant to you in this month or in this time. I feel like, yeah, so what we're talking about when you follow your intuition, when you start to listen to your intuition a little bit more, but also making sure that you trust it enough. You should always trust your intuition enough to investigate it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't trust your intuition, if you didn't think it was real, you wouldn't actually go and investigate it, right? Because you'd be like, well, it's not true, it's not real, I'm feeling this thing, but you know, I'm not gonna actually follow up on it. If you trust yourself and you respect your intuition, you will follow up on the feeling that it gives you. You will investigate, you will make sure that if it's right or if it's wrong, you know, if you trust it enough. So I feel like the further you trust it, the more, it's also too, the more you practice listening to your intuition, the more open it becomes. So the more open you will be to the metaphysical world, the more open and aware your third eye will become to what's happening around you. So that means it will be easier for you to discern what is real and what is not real, what is a lie and what is the truth, etc., moving forward. With authority, I feel like honestly the lesson for you to learn here is that you hold this power. You have the power to perceive what is beyond people's words or people's actions, okay? Because a lot of times people unfortunately act out of a place of inauthenticity, okay? And when people do that, it creates false illusions to other people in the way that we perceive them. So someone could be acting inauthentic around you and you could be perceiving them as authentic as of now. But the more that you practice following your intuition, the more you work on opening up your third eye, that's what Spirit wants you to learn here, is that the more aware you become of yourself, the more aware you're going to become of when people do this around you, when people are being inauthentic. And you will become this authority figure. You will become this powerful like priest or priestess that's just able to like see through everyone's BS pretty much. So the biggest lesson for you to learn here in January is that you need to remember that you are this like all-seeing powerful being, okay? And it's just through remembering and reminding yourself that, and aside from reminding yourself that, to also practice daily, practice following your intuition and practice listening to what you're starting to perceive or what you're starting to feel that's not physically there. You start to trust yourself more, and that's how you gain this authority over your life. That's how you gain control over your life, and that's how you're able to make decisions easier for yourself by trusting your intuition. We're going to get a closing message from the angels. So for the angels that watch over, guide, and protect Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what does Libra need to know at this time? From the angels that guide, watch over, protect Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what does Libra need to know at this time? What does Libra need to know right now from the angels that guide, watch over, and protect Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? We have family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. I just brought this up because I was talking about the blue light. It's kind of like more of an indigo color. Archangel Michael is going to be the number one angel that you're going to be wanting to call upon for assistance. Archangel Michael is one of the archangels that I work the closest with. And he is a protector. He is like the leader of the angelic army. So anytime that you're feeling scared, anytime you're feeling upset or sad over stuff that you lost in the past, anytime you're feeling like you lost a part of yourself, you ask for Archangel Michael to help you fight that away, fight that feeling away, and ask him to help fight the energies or the forces that you feel took that away from you so that you can gain it back as well. Make sure that you're protecting yourself. So whatever situation this is, whatever you lost, there could have been a family member that you lost, there could have been some type of situation that was lost or taken away from you. Maybe there was a disconnect, maybe there was a divorce, maybe you lost custody over a child. It could have been anything like that where you feel it was unfair, feel like something was taken from you. And I feel like because it says be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Whatever transpired because it gave you something. Like I said, it literally says be open to the gifts within the situation. So that means this situation, as shitty as it might be for some of you Libras, it gave you something. So even though you lost something, you gained something. And it's through trusting your intuition, like I said, they're going to be gaining so much more. The more you trust yourself, the more that you gain out of life. That is your reading, Libra. I hope it resonated with you. I hope that it helps you in any way, shape, or form. If it did, like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate the support. If you want to book a personal reading with me so that we can work one-on-one on your situation and get more specific answers to your specific situations, you can email me, and that is going to be in the description box down below. We can talk about rates and how I work. I offer my sessions live, one-on-one over Skype or Zoom, as well as a pre-recorded video that gets sent to you via a private link. That is it for the information on private readings. Other than that, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Good luck to you. And yeah, I wish you the best. Make sure that you pray, chant, meditate, whatever it is. Call upon those higher powers. Call upon those angels to help guide you through this difficult time. Protection mantras and protection rituals and protection meditations I'm getting are going to be specifically really, really good for you around this time while you're going through this and having these realizations, just to keep you and your energetic body safe, okay? Have a great rest of your day, Libra. I wish you the best, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.